Hey everybody, I'm Invisible Katana, and today I am celebrating my first free comic book day. I normally know about it. I've known about it for years. I've always known about it, but I would always forget on the day because I'm stupid and I never set alarms. I don't. Typically speaking, I don't even really buy comics. I know like which ones I'd love to read and which ones I would love to have. But ultimately, the only comic that I'm reading right now is The Walking Dead, and I only buy that in like the giant compendiums, which is like you have to wait like 2 or 3 years before those come out because it's like 60, maybe like 48 issues altogether. So it takes a while before those things actually get made. So I'm still waiting for the third one. I haven't even gotten to some of the biggest stuff that's happened yet. But aside from that, I don't really buy comics. I get random stuff here and there. Um, I might buy stuff super cheap. I used to buy comics before when I was in high school because I went to this bookstore and he just had a bunch of comics that were like 75 cents, and I would randomly find a couple that were really cool. I'd be like, oh, here's Spawn. I love Spawn, so I'd get that. Here's like a random Star Wars comic that's really cool, so I'm definitely gonna get Star Wars comics. But I would never do free comic book day. I'd always forget. The one time I remembered was in high school when I was doing that, but that was the only only store that I knew that even had comics, because for me, comic book stores were always really hard to find just in my area. And unfortunately, he didn't do that stuff, so I wasn't able to get it back then. But I was able to celebrate it today, like my first actual comic book day. So I'm just going to kind of shoot through all the random comic books that I actually got. It was supposed to be 5, but because I got in there towards the end, I actually ended up with like 11 different books instead of just 5, so that's pretty awesome for me. The first one is the Uncanny in Humans. This is actually in Spanish, so I just got it because I was getting allowed to get extra. So they were just talking about it, and it was like, well, it's in Spanish, so why the heck not? The art in here definitely looks cool. Here's a picture for the all new, all different Avengers, which is actually pretty awesome because it's Miles Morales for Spider-Man, so that's always super epic to me. And taking that, we'll go into the all new, all different Avengers, which actually has a picture of the last comic on it on the back. But this one looks cool. I haven't gone through like any of these yet. I was just picking stuff up based off of this looks cool, that looks cool. Some stuff I knew, like the Avengers I know. I knew it was the new Avengers and stuff like that. So I wanted to pick that up just to check it out and see like randomly where, even though it doesn't matter where in the timeline it is, because I would have no idea what's happening unless it's literally at the very beginning. But this one's really cool. It's got like a lot of different stuff happening in it. It's like someone from the Fantastic Four. It looks like Johnny Storm is in this because it's a guy with blonde hair. Yeah, it's Johnny Storm. But this one's pretty cool. I love the cover too. Like a lot of them is like, well, the cover looks cool, so that's why I got it, because I only, I don't know what the comics are. But then it goes into Ramayan, I believe is how you pronounce it. I have no actual idea. But this one seems really cool to me. 3392 after death. So it's actually in the future. Possibly demons or something like that. I have no actual clue. Rama. It looks sweet though, so that's kind of why I picked this up. I have no idea which of these comics are like the beginning, if any are the beginning, because I know it's free comic book day, so typically nothing's like, here's the first story ever for free comic book day, so I'm sure none of these are, the very beginning of the story. But the next one I have is Tales of Honor, which says number 0 at the top, but that's just because, it's like the free comic book day, so they kind of just put them at 0. But this one, once again, I was just picking out stuff like that. It looks kind of cool, so there it is. Then we have Valiant 2012. That's actually really cool. I didn't even notice he had that super sweet sword there. But that's pretty cool. This is Man of War, featuring EXO Man of War. But this one looks nice. Number 1 is on sale now, so this is something, I don't know. Like, obviously I have no clue where any of these take place. So, okay. So this is the number 1 sneak preview, it says. So that's not bad. That's actually a great way to start things off because it is the beginning. But this one looks kind of cool. I like the outfit. It clearly looks futuristic and post-apocalyptic. And then the back kind of says the same thing, where he's like fighting up in space and the sword's blue now instead of like lightning gold and yellow. Then we have Secret Wars #0. This was also in the Inhumans comic that I had. This one actually has a really awesome cover to it because this is both sides cover. So that one actually is really sweet. So I definitely love this one. It looks really cool. It's got like Iron Man and Iron Man. So it's a past and present type of thing. I don't really know what Secret Wars is in the Marvel Universe 100%. Like I've heard of it, but don't really know exactly what's happening here and there. But it's like different versions of Captain America, different versions of Thor. It's like, you know, the different versions of Iron Man. There are like 3 versions of Iron Man, 3 of Thor, 3 of America. We got like 4 of Thor actually. Got Daredevil in here, another Iron Man. So there's just a lot of everybody in this one. But it's really sweet. Like I definitely love the way this one looks. The art style on the front is really cool. So I'm excited to read that and see exactly how this plays out. And it has Valeria Richards, who is the daughter of Reed Richards in this one, and she has like the 6 on her and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. So they're doing some cool stuff in this one, and I'm assuming it's just going to lead into some things that aren't exactly going to be finished off because it's a comic book. But then we get to Revive issue 0. This one I'm really excited to check out because apparently this takes place in Detroit, which is where I live. So this one seems pretty cool. I don't know. I'm already seeing ghosts, so it's way different than what I was thinking. But I'm excited to check this out. Like there's pretty much the first 3 pages is like one character talking, and then there's like a lot of pictures, images, and stuff like that. Or apparently I was wrong because I skipped over some pages. But it looks really cool. I like the art style is definitely nice, and this character obviously can see ghosts. So I'm excited to check this out. This is issue 0, so that actually is the beginning of that one. And then I have the DC Comics Essential Graphic Novels. This I figured this has to be like the perfect. Actually, that's a much cooler background or much cooler cover than this one. This one's nice too. I can't hate it because it's got like everybody in. It's like Batman reading comic book, Catwoman's upside down on like an iPad reading Superman or Supergirl. That's Superman. You got Batgirl reading something with I think Cyborg on it, and you got like they have like Bane reading V for Vendetta and stuff like that. And so it's really cool. Like I like that cover too, but you kind of can't just beat. It's Batman. It's just Batman right there, and that's Batman the Black Mirror. So apparently that's a really big deal. But this one I'm assuming is just. Oh, this is like half and half. So one half is actually the graphic novels, the essential graphic novels, and then the other half is actually Batman the Black Mirror. So that's actually kind of cool. So I love that one. It gives you all these cool comic books and stuff. Like here's some huge graphic novels that you should check out from the DC universe. And then, you know, the flip side is Batman the Black Mirror. So this is #1. Yeah. The first chapter of Batman the Black Mirror. So it's one of the greatest Batman epics I've ever read. And that's from someone at IGN. So I'm definitely going to check that out. I'm sure my girlfriend will too because she loves Batman and pretty much all of DC. But we have Demo, The Walking Life of Angels. This one just looked really cool on the top. So I was like, I got to check it out. Apparently it's critically acclaimed and it's returning. I love the art style because it's definitely a black and white style to it, like a graphic novel. Very sharp lines, very sharp and amazing detail. Like this right here, that's like some incredible detail. I know it's not exactly in focus or anything, but that has a lot of detail to it. So I like that. Have the Hypernaturals. I've never even remotely heard of this, but if you're supernatural, you have superpowers. If you're hypernatural, you got hyperpowers. That's my logic on that. So, science, and I just got it. That was honestly it. That was like, that's why I got it. So, Hypernaturals has like a very colorful, vibrant art style to it. Definitely looks really cool. So, gonna check that out. And then last, but certainly not least, is Superman, the Last Son of Krypton, Special Edition. This is New 52 Superman. If you couldn't tell that already, it's New 52. But I mostly got this for my girlfriend. I probably would have got it, even if it wasn't for her, I would have got it for myself anyway, because I do like Superman. Um, but this is cool. It's Superman. I mean, it's not a story that I don't know already, because I have some Superman comics. But it's nice. There's actually some action in this. He gets really angry. He's threatening to use laser eyes, as if that would ever happen. But it's pretty cool. It has, of course, Injustice on the back, so it's one of those things where it's like, maybe this is just from like 2 years ago, super old stuff, but it doesn't matter. It's free comics, so I definitely like it. I'm excited that I finally got to celebrate it. I also got like this cool little Star Wars poster. This I'm going to check out because I love Star Wars Rebels, so I would love to get this comic book for Kanan, the Last Padawan, which I think is an awesome title for it. And then just Darth Vader on the inside, or the other side I should say. On the inside though, you have Princess Leia on this side, and then this, which really has me interested, is this, whatever this is going to be for Darth Vader. I don't know if there's going to be time travel involved in this, but for anyone who doesn't recognize or can't really make out what's happening like down here, he's basically fighting against the droids from the prequel films as Darth Vader. And they got rid of those after like the first movie. Like they're in the second movie, but pretty much it was like all clones after that. And like the Empire still used the droids, but they were like hardly in the movie, and a lot of them were upgraded. This is like the really basic form of the droids, which you never really saw anymore after like episode 1. So I don't know if this is like in between the films and they're still using the droids, and these are like the last of them before they officially implement the entire clone army and have like stormtroopers and everything. But it's him and a bunch of like these old versions of droids from like the very first movie, you know, storyline wise, from the very first film. So I don't know how that's taking place, but it definitely has me curious. I doubt it'll be like some time travel stuff. It probably is just, these are like the last of them, and the cover just looks cool, and he's just chopping up some droids. But love that. Always love Star Wars. Obviously excited for episode 7, but that was it. I know this was like a stupid, boring, random video, like here's what I got, but honestly, that's, what else is it gonna be for me? Like I said, I'm glad I was finally able to celebrate it, because every other year I would always forget. If you guys celebrated, you know, Free Comic Book Day this year, I definitely want to know what comic books you guys got. If there are any comics that I got today that are really old that you guys might have, let me know randomly if you want to. Out of the ones that I showed off, which ones you guys think I should check out first, or if you've read through some of the stories, which one should I check out and, you know, check out first because you think I might like it. As a random bit of reference, I pretty much like anything supernatural based, like superpowers. Like it doesn't have to have superpowers, but that's always kind of been my thing. Like action stuff with superpowers, any sort of mystery type thing with superpowers, always love. Superpowers, definitely great, but ultimately, if it's a good story, that's all that really matters. So out of the couple that I've shown you guys, if you've checked it out, for Secret Wars, I already kind of know that I'm going to check that out, even though I'll be totally lost. But if there are any in there that I showed off and you guys know that story ends up being really great, just buy the whole thing now, definitely let me know. I might not be able to afford it if it's already in like a giant version, but I will definitely check out, you know, the mini version that I have here, and, you know, it might lead me into buying, you know, spending way more money than I should on comic books. But thanks for checking this out. Like I said, if you guys celebrated Free Comic Book Day, let me know what comics you got, what, you know, over the past couple years, which ones may have been your favorites. Definitely let me know out of these, though, which one I should check out first, which ones, you know, bloom into, like, amazing stories. Like, is Batman the Black Mirror, like, the best Batman story ever, or one of them at least? Definitely let me know. So, thanks for watching. Go out, and I know this comes out super late. Like, by the time this uploads, it'll probably be tomorrow anyway. But thanks for checking this out. Hope you guys had a good, you know, Free Comic Book Day. Maybe some of you guys, you know, did like your circle for all the different stories that you know about and got like just tons of free comic books. I just went to the one that was closest that I even know, and I only know 2, and I was like, I won't bother with the other one just in case. But thanks for checking this out. And like I said, definitely let me know which ones kind of bloom into even more amazing stories after like their first couple chapters. So, thanks for watching.